Want to make a gap in between the actual end piece and the lens. All right, so just a gap like that. You're going to insert your ribbon into that gap. All right, you're going to pull your ribbon out on the other side, and you're just going to try to get an equal amount on both sides, and you're just going to pop the lens. See, the lens comes right out. Okay, after your lens comes out, you're just going to take your little handy dandy thumbtack, and you're just going to put it here on the outside to just kind of bring that out. Make sure not to poke yourself, but it's okay. Alright, so just do it on that side, and then do the same thing on this side. Yeah, where there are actually two holes, there's a top and a bottom hole. We want to go ahead and put our first nylon end inside that top hole, okay? It's kind of like sewing, so boom, 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 there you go. Make sure you leave enough nylon on this side, alright, just in case. You know, we don't want it, if you don't leave enough on this side, it's going to be popping out. So, and now we're going to be putting our second nylon in our bottom hole. Alright, boom, there we got it in. Okay, so remember, leave a little bit of extra nylon on this side, and make sure that when you tighten, you don't pull this as well. Alright, so for our next side, we're just going to be doing the same thing. Boom, there we got it in. And on this side, it's critical that you do not tighten this lower nylon, because if our lens is too big, too small, and we tighten it completely, it's going to just make it more difficult for us to actually readjust the nylon. Alright, so make sure you don't tighten it. You want to kind of hold it on this side as you just pull through here. Okay? Alright, so as we can see now with our lens, let's check how it looks. Alright, this is a trial and error type of thing, so you want to just check how it looks. Alright, so as we can see, we have way too much nylon left over, so we need to go ahead and get rid of some of that nylon and correct it so that the lens fits in there correctly. The thing about this is you want it to be a little bit smaller than the lens, so the lens fits snug in there, so we can actually see that that is a very good size. So what you do is you just cut this extra nylon off. Remember, make sure you have the correct size, because after you cut, there's no going back. I'm gonna just cut a little bit more. Make sure you don't cut your own fingers here. Alright, so now this is where your ribbon comes in handy. So we got our ribbon, we got our perfectly cut nylon, see? So if you pull down here, you can see that it's tight and nice and snug. You want to make sure that it's not popping out. If it does pop out, then that might mean that the nylon is a little bit too small. You want to get a thicker one. Alright, so just pop your lens in there. You're going to grab your ribbon. I actually find this part really cool. And then you're just going to pull till it's on top of the... I want to make sure your lens is in here correctly, because if it's not going to work. Alright, so just try to get an even amount of ribbon on each side if you can. And then just kind of pull, and then it'll snap together on the lens beautifully. Alright, so if you look, you can actually see that the lens has a little bit of a groove, and the nylon actually fits in there beautifully. And you just very carefully take out your ribbon, make sure you don't bring the nylon with you. And then, as you can see, you can kind of test to see if it comes out, and it doesn't. And that is how you restring a nylon.